training you. I will be taking the sessions regarding BIM for you. So, okay, I'll be starting now. So I'll be sharing my screen for you so that we can have a look on the PPT which we have here. So everybody can see my screen, right? Anybody confirm?
Hello, yes, ma'am. Good evening.
Hi. Hi, Arif. My screen is visible.
Yes, ma'am. It is visible.
Yeah, okay, thank you. So we will be today we will be starting with what is BIM and a brief introduction regarding BIM. So as you can see that it is saying that BIM is a process of creating and working on digital representation of physical and fundamental characteristics of places, building and infrastructures. So this is a theory, but here I would like to explain, like BIM is a platform where we have certain tools like Revit, Navisworks and AutoCAD, where we have the power to represent the physical buildings which we are going to build in our future, to prepare all the documentation and the 3D model in those tools to easy the overall process of the construction. So these models help AEC professionals to plan, design, construct, and manage infrastructure projects. So, like on those platforms only, on those tools, we used to design and manage all the shop drawings and all the sheets, so that there will be a successful completion of that project, to overcome some of the obstacles which we can face if this BIM is not at that time, we are not using this BIM. So in India, I think we are not using in India, BIM is not as much as used in India as it is used in US and UK's and other foreign countries. So so let's see what we can do, what are the benefits of BIM. So first of all, it says that cost of construction, reduction in cost of construction. So as you know that when we use BIM, we will already have all the documents with us. We will all already have the planning and the construction phases. Like this is the initial phase. So we will be requiring this tools and equipments for this phase of construction. So it can reduce the cost of labor and the cost which will be at that time, which cannot be visible at that time, but through BIM we can visualize those obstacles. So this is the one benefit of BIM. Another is conflict and rework. So when we use these tools for the clash detection and all, like when different trades like MEP and electrical and architecture comes together on a single platform, when they are collaborating on a single platform, then there will be automatically reduction in conflicts, and there will be reduction in rework. So I would like to know if anybody has any doubts till now, like anybody is getting what I am explaining regarding BIM. What is BIM and what are the benefits of BIM? Anybody can anybody have any doubts?
Ma'am, it is clear about the benefits of the BIM, but
Mm-hmm.
I am from civil engineering stream, so that
Okay.
we face that the MEPs, mechanical, electricals, and designings related.
Yeah. Sorry, I didn't get your question. Can you repeat?
Ma'am, I have told you that the problems we face that we get not clearly about the designing of the electricals and the mechanicals drawings.
Okay, so you are from civil background, right? I am also from the civil background, and I have already worked in different companies. Like I have worked in Pinnacle, I have worked in with ACOM. So it is not necessary that you should read all the designed documents of electrical and MEP. It's like you should be able to read the architectural drawings and the structural drawings. In the case of electrical and MEP, what you will be needing to do is like you need to have a basic knowledge, and which will come with experience. Like when you will be working on a project, you will get to know that these are the elements of electrical. Like there are certain switches, or there are certain fixtures like which are electrical part, and they are clashing with wall or a window or a door. So in that case, at that point there comes clash coordination. On that point, we use Navisworks and different tools to overcome those obstacles. Okay, so it's not like you have to read, or you have to know all the drawings of electrical and MEP. You got
Okay,
my
ma'am.
have I answered your question?
Yes, ma'am, I understood.
Okay, thank you. So, should I proceed, or anybody else have any doubt? So in this session, what we are going to learn is I will be starting with the benefits and with the coordination, and we will see that what are the different levels of modeling, and what are the why we have to choose BIM, and what are the different stages of the BIM, है ना? And other than that, we will be getting all the tools, BIM authorizing tools, non-authorizing tools. What are the LODs which we use in BIM? So these are the basic topics which we will be covering in this session, this introduction session. And from tomorrow onwards, or in the coming sessions, I will be telling you about the interface of the Revit. First, we will be focusing on Revit tool, because it is the majorly used tool in BIM. And other than this, there will be Naviswork, there will be AutoCAD, and some basics of Dynamo. So these are the tools which we use in BIM coordination. Okay, so I should continue with this. So wherever we will, I was telling you benefits of it. Yeah, sorry.
Ma'am, I was asking about what is load in BIM. You have told earlier that we use load.
No, it's not load, it's LOD. This you are talking about?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah,
Yes, ma'am. This.
yeah. This will come in our slides later on. First, I have to go with the procedures. So I would like to, I can tell you, like, this is level of detailing. LOD means level of detailing, which we use on, depends on the client, which client tells us, like LOD 100 or LOD 200, he wants to build a model on which LOD.
What
So,
numbers
yeah.
written here? 100 and 200 and 300. What are these?
Yeah, yeah, these are the different levels of LODs. I am going to explain all of these. Don't worry about
Okay.
this. Okay. Yeah. Anybody else? Okay. So with BIM, we can increase the quality of project. Of course, it is understood that if all the conflicts are removed, and all the cost of construction is reduced, so then it will directly increase the quality of project, right? And it will improve the predictability, improve in review and approval process. When we will be preparing different drawings through these tools, it will ease the process of approval. We will have the 3D model. So basically in US and UK projects, they have to have these documents, these 3D models to approve their construction. In India, it is not up to that level of importance, but in foreign countries, it is very much important. So these are the basic benefits of BIM. Okay, and the next is BIM coordination. So here you can see in this image, like this beam is clashing with this duct. This is a picture taken from Naviswork. Okay, and this colored one is the Navis file, and it is right now clashing with a steel beam. So in this way, it is pre-known to us that there is this type of clash detection. So we can either move this beam, or we can move this duct, or we can reduce the size of duct. This totally depends on the design. And for this, we have to first confirm with the client, and then we can change this duct. for as a BIM coordinator, what our role is, we have to tell our client that this beam is right now clashing with the duct and the decision depends on them. They will provide us the instruction that what we have to do in this case. So this is our role as a BIM coordinator. Understood. And then the next is goal of this process to eliminate major conflicts prior to the installation. So in this point, we can see that prior to the installation means once this BIM is constructed on site, it will take a lot of money to demolish it and then to rework on this. So with BIM coordination, we have the power to reduce this rework and the cost. Okay. Next is this the level 1 is 2D and 3D with no intelligence. Right now in this we have 3 levels for the modeling part. First one is with the no intelligence, second one is with the no central model, and the third one is with central model and intelligence. So I'm going to explain these 3 levels. The first one is with no intelligence, where there is only one this uh, construction is done with no intelligence, like there is no MEP, no electrical, there is only one single model, which is architecture model, which we can see that there is a wall, window and a door. That's it. And this is level 1 kind of modeling. Next one is level 2, which is intelligent model but no central model. What is central model? I'm going to explain that. First we can have a look at intelligent model. What is intelligent model? This model, which is you can see on screen, it is having doors, windows as well as furnitures, which you can see. Like here we have some furnitures, we have the RTU units which are placed over the roofs. These are mechanical units. So we can see that this is a model which have all the trades linked in this one. Okay. And the third one is intelligent model with central model, a central BIM model with intelligent and combined inputs of all the participants. Who are the participants here? They are electrical, structural, mechanical, plumbing, firefighting. All of the trades come on a single platform and they coordinate with each other model, and then it comes an intelligent model. So with Revit, if I tell you with one example, just a second. So in this one, intelligent model is like in Revit, if we open this interface, there will be a model here. And when I will be linking, this is the interface of the Revit. First, I know that some of you will not be getting this point at this time, but in initial sessions, you will be understanding all these points in detail. So don't worry about that. Just listen to me, and if you have any doubts, then ask me. Okay. So in this I will be adding all the models. I will be linking all the files. Right now I don't have any files, but there will be MEP file, electrical file, plumbing file, and then there will be a single model where all the models are linked, and this will be centrally synchronized on a server, where all the traders, like all the disciplines, will have a look at this model, and they can change and they can save this file at the same time. There will be no issue. If electrical has done anything in this model, any changes in this model, then architectural one will be able to see those changes, so he can modify his model according to that one. Okay, so this is the intelligent one, and in BIM we use this level of modeling, which is level 3, intelligent model with central model. Okay, so anybody has doubt till now, they can ask me.
Hello.
Hi.
Ma'am, I am asking about can we complete BIM modeling through only single software Revit, or we use another softwares also?
So, see, BIM is not a software which
Nee,
consists of a single model, of a single tool. Just listen to me. In BIM, we have to do clash coordination. We have to do the time phasing, the cost phasing, like at which stage there will be what will be the amount of cost cost which will be used, and at which phase what will be the time at when this phase of construction will be completed. So for these kind of things we have to use different softwares. So, and all these things comes in BIM. BIM is building information modeling, so it consists all these points, which it will be having model, it will be having shop drawings, it will be having clash detection. So we have to use other software also. In Revit we cannot do clash detection more efficiently as compared to Naviswork. So we should have the knowledge about Navisworks also, because client will be asking you the files for the Naviswork for sure, because that is the priority for the clients. So we have to know other softwares also. We cannot do BIM with a single software, which is Revit. Revit is just a tool which we require with the other softwares.
Ma'am, the primary software is Revit only. The primary,
Yeah, you can say the primary one is Revit, because from there we will be having our 3D model, from where we will, and then the next stage is from that model we will be extracting the Navis file, and we will be using that file for the clash detection, and we will be using that file only for the Dynamo script and all the other tools and all the other documentation. So Revit is the main tool, you can say that.
okay, ma'am, understood.
Yeah. Anybody else? Okay, I think no. So the next one is BIM execution plan. So for the BIM, the first point which we have to have in our mind is the execution plan. We should know what will be the planning of that project which we are going to do. So for the first step is to identify BIM goals and uses. Use project and team characteristics to determine BIM goals and uses of for the project. So there are different kind of projects. Some of the projects will be residential, some will be commercial, and some will be like the building is already constructed, but there will be some demolition and there will be some addition. So we have to identify that what is the client's need and what the project needs. So this is the first step, which is identification. The next one is design BIM project execution process. Then we have to define, develop a process specifically to the project, which includes tasks supported by BIM showing the information exchange between the processes. So then we have to design, like first the architecture model will be completed, then architecture and structure can go in hands, they can work alternatively, but after the architecture there should be completion of mechanical and electrical, so that those model will be linked. So this is the the procedure to do BIM execution, design BIM project, how we are going to implement this project. Okay, and the next one is define information exchange and requirement. What are the requirement, what are our responsibilities, what is the time frame of the project, and what is the information which we need to exchange from the client. So these are the all the information which we should know the requirements of the project. The next one is develop BIM project execution plan. This is very important in all the companies which I have worked with. This BIM execution plan is very, very important. They are very serious, because client asks, client want to see like how you are going to execute this project. They are very serious about this. So develop a detailed plan and procedure for each use and the information flows between the parties. So there is a time frame, like on this date we are going to provide you this model, and on this date we are going to submit this number of sheets with QC and with all of this stuff. These, they have a proper sheets maintained. That plan is known as BIM execution plan. So these are the steps which we are going to which we have to do planning before we know, before we have to start a project. So this is a about BIM execution plan. Okay, Now, this is a BIM. This is a big question. Like, why BIM? Why we have to opt for BIM? So it includes some parts. Like I have already explained some of the benefits of BIM. Why we have to choose BIM. But other than these, there are more benefits. Like BIM has different dimensions. We have to work on these dimensions. There is 3D, 4D, 5D, 60, 70, until N. This N is in progress. This is not yet defined to the BIM industry, but from the starting, like 3D. 3D is just a representation of a BIM model, which is in three-dimensional X, Y, and Z. So it's a 3D model. We can have a we basically majorly we work on 3D model, which is on the Revit platform. Okay, then there comes a times dimension, time factor. So in this is performed on Navisworks, time and cost. Naviswork, we can say, or Synchro is one software where we can have this dimension. So in 4D, we just link that model with time, like in how much time, and in how much time, what amount of modeling will be done. Time model for construction activity, visualizing and analyzing. This is the analyzing of the model with respect to time. The 5D is cost. So now linking time and cost with the model. At how much time, what cost will be used for this amount of for this model. Like for the first floor, it will be completed till March, and this amount of cost will be utilized from our budget. Okay. Then next one is sustainability. Sustainability of the model is like what amount of energy consumption, what is the environmental impact of that model or that building on the surroundings. So government has already implemented this is the major factor right now in BIM. They are very serious. Like building should be green, sustainable, so that it does not provide any harm to our environment. So this is one factor which comes under 60. Maintenance and dimension. So right now, whatever building we construct, it requires maintenance. After 10, 20, or 50 years, we have to do the maintenance of that project. Suppose we have built a bridge, but it has a lifespan of 50 years, let's suppose. But after, in this time span, it will be requiring some kind of maintenance, right? So BIM provides a facility that you can maintain that bridge, that each and every part which is used, every tool which is used to construct that bridge, that have a record on that BIM model. You will have the detail of each and every bolt. Like you have used this bolt, the size will be mentioned in that project, and the the number, what is the kind of dimensions that bolt was used. So at the time of maintenance, it will be very easy for the government and for the constructor to replace that bolt, or anything else. It can be anything in a building. It can be furniture, it can be ACs, it can be electrical fixtures, it can be anything. Okay, so that comes under maintaining dimensions. It can be maintained through Kobe. And Kobe is one platform which comes under BIM, and it provides the facility to maintain all the 70 dimensions. Then comes the safety dimension, that comes under 8D. Safety model for checking operators risk, preventing critical, hazardous, and sin risk. So this comes like buildings should be safe. It should be risk free. So these kind of maintenance comes under BIM. These are different dimensions of BIM. So that is why we have to opt BIM for before construction. Okay. So anybody have any doubt till this point?
No, ma'am, it is clear.
Okay, thank you. Next one is
Hello,
same.
hello,
Yes.
ma'am. I wanted to ask one thing.
Yeah, Vishali.
So, yeah. So I'm asking that we have like 8D types of like whatever it is. So
Mm-hmm.
the if I am
Hate the
working
type
in
of
market, so I
dimension.
have to do I have to do work in all these 8D types of activities, or I'm only doing 3D or 4D or 5D, or specifically I'm doing one kind of D, or I have to do like ND types of work.
It depends on your client, what client wants. Some clients want only 3D model. They have different
Okay.
coordinators for the other Ds. So
Okay.
it
Okay.
depends on the client. Sometimes clients ask for the 4D and 5D model also. So at that time we have to use Navisworks also, and for sustainability and maintenance we have to use Kobe or Synchro. So in this way it works. It depends on the client's requirement. It is not required that we have to do all the Ds for a BIM model. Okay.
Okay, okay. So like in MNC and outsourcing company, they specify now that they are going to
Yeah,
give like
yeah,
3D or 4D or till 5D or 60 work, or they are not
yeah,
providing any.
exactly. Yeah,
Yeah,
there will be a
so.
proper scope. There will be proper scope. Whenever you are going to start a model, you will have a
Mm-hmm.
meeting with your client in which there will be a discussion regarding the scope of the project and what are the responsibilities and what are the client requirements. So in that meeting, that is called kickoff meeting, which we always do with the client before starting a project. So in that meeting, you get to know that what are the client's requirements. So in that case, you can always manage your project. Okay.
Okay, so is there any specific kind of a dimension given for building, so that we can decide that for this type of or specific this dimension building can only be used in BIM but not less than this? Is there any
No, no, no,
specific?
no. There are no dimensions. It's infinite. You can model infinite dimensions in BIM, in Revit. There
But
are no
ma'am,
specific.
like in design firms, they don't do not have na much bigger building. They have like five BHK bungalows or hospitality building or service building. So I don't think like design firm use BIM. So is this BIM is useful for design firms also, or they are using it, or just MNC or outsourcings are using it?
No, design firms are also using it, right? Right now what's the phase is India, it's a changing phase for them. Some of the
Mm-hmm.
firms which are working in this field from 10 to 15 years, they know the
Mm-hmm.
importance of them. Like everybody is
Mm-hmm.
asking for the plans and documents. So it's
Mm-hmm.
now it's now important here also, not like only for the outsourcing companies. And in
Mm-hmm.
future I think that in coming 5 or 10 years it will be compulsory in India also to have the BIM model before any construction.
Okay, can I know your background, because I skipped the introduction because of the connection problem. So can I know your background?
Yeah, yeah, sure, sure. My name is Shivangi Bansal, and I have
Oh,
experience of about 6 years in this BIM firm. So I have worked with the different organizations till now,
mm-hmm.
uh, and right now I will be providing you the training sessions regarding BIM.
So
Uh,
you have done bachelor's in architecture or civil engineering?
no, I have done my bachelor's in civil engineering, but I
Okay,
have experience total in architecture. So it's like
okay,
I can work on both, like on structure as well as architecture. So it enhances my portfolio.
okay, okay. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. Anybody else? Anyone has any doubts? Because we are running out of time, so I have to complete these slides. Okay, let's continue. Some common data environment. A respiratory where all graphical and non-graphical data can be stored centrally and can be accessed by all the stakeholders. So what are stakeholders? Everybody knows, right? For a project, there are different stakeholders who invest their money for this project. So the this is a common data environment. BIM is a common data environment where all the graphical and non-graphical data can be stored on a single platform, and that can be accessed by all of them to watch. Like we can also access that data from our mobile or cell phones or tablets. So it has come very handy. use BIM at this moment. So by using CDE, that is Common Data Environment, all the stakeholders of the project can work at a single platform. So if anybody has any doubts, like if one person from these stakeholders have any doubts or any issue, then they can also create that issue on that platform. That platform is called BIM 360, which is linked with Revit. So on that BIM 360, we have all the documentation, all the trades have their 3D model uploaded in that platform. So they can at any time they can link those models. They can see the clashes between those models. They can review the drawings on that single platform only. So this has come very handy for BIM. Okay, so now we have to see BIM tools. There are two kinds of BIM tools: BIM authorizing tools and BIM non-authorizing tools. What are BIM authorizing tools? BIM authorizing tools are tools to create actual model. The common user of these models are designers, 2D to 3D conversation team. So the contractors and the contractors, the tools are used during the design phase until the construction document phase. So there are different construction phases. There are first phases when there is a concept, that is known as conceptual phase. The next one is when there is a design phase, when the design comes in picture. Like there is a design development from first phase to the next phase. It is a development. There are many changes, and there are different um, changes in that design. And the third phase is conceptual construction drawings. When these design development stage comes under construction development, uh, it is that phase where we have to develop all the details, all the sheets, and all the detailing part. And then comes the built up drawings, which is the actual building drawing, which is already made on the side, and then we have to prepare the drawings according to that as built drawing. Okay, so there are different tools, which is like 2D to 3D conversation. Now I am going to tell you about the LOD, level of detailing. It is very important to understand the LOD to understand the scope of the project. So this is from 100 to 500, LOD 100 to 200, 300, 400, and 500. So first we will have a look at LOD 100. That is concept design, first stage of any project. The building 3D model is developed to represent the information on basic level. Thereby, on conceptual model creation, it is possible in this stage. Parameters like area, height, volume, location, and orientation are defined. So in concept drawings, we don't have any other parameters, but we have only area, height, volume, location of that project, orientation. It is north oriented, south oriented, or where are the roads, where is the exact location of that site. This is the concept which you have already learned in your architecture background, I think, about the conceptual drawings, right? And then comes the schematic design, where this is the SD stage of the project, where we have to define the approximate size of the building. In this stage we don't have any size, we just have the area, the height of the building, which defines its volume and the location. But in 2D, in 200, LOD 200, we have the quantities like size, shape, location, and orientation of that building. We also attach non-geometric information to the modeling. We can also attach which means like it doesn't have a specific geometry at that time, we can see. Okay, so this is under LOD 200. We just have to define the shape and the size of the building. In LOD 300, uh, we have the model elements graphically representation in the model. You can see like in LOD 100 we just have a box which defined its volume, area, but we don't have any shape of the building. But in LOD 200 we have the approximate shape of of that building with its height, width, and length. These parameters are defined in LOD 200, but in LOD 300 we have the information like where will be the door, where will be windows, where is chimney, where we have all these hoods and all, right? So it comes under detailed design. It's the initial phase of the designing phase, initial phase. And so model as a specific system, object, or assembly in terms of quantity, shape, size, location, and orientation. Non-graphical information may be attached to the model element. Non-graphical means, or the sheets may we have shop drawings for these buildings also. It can also be included in LOD 300, right? Then comes LOD 350. Sometimes client ask for LOD 350, like LOD 300 we have, but in this LOD 350 is not defined. So client wants something to be more than LOD 300 but less than LOD 400. So at that, in that case, it comes LOD 350. It includes model details like what will be the window head detail, window jamb detail, but not in very depth, but some basic knowledge like how this window will be connecting to its head, how it will be connecting to its jam, what will be the door threshold detail. So these are some basic detail which can be included in LOD 350. So other building elements with graphic and written definitions. So it provides some basic definitions also. So this comes under LOD 350. It's modeling part for like, see, you can see here in first one, in LOD 4, it's just a wall. You can see that this wall is attaching to this roof. But in LOD 4, this is LOD 350, in which we are defining that wall will be having this siding, wall siding finish for this model. So comes under LOD 350. We are defining some of the finishes, basic finishes of the model. Okay. But it is not, it is less than LOD 400. In LOD 400 we have the fabrication drawings, assembly drawings, like how this door will be assembled to the wall. Or we have the knowledge like what are the different layers which are in the exterior walls, what is the kind of materials, or what is the facade, and how this facade is connecting to the structure part. So these are all are the information which consist which are included in LOD 400. So these are the level of detailing which we provide as the LOD increases. So model elements are modeled as specific assemblies with complete fabrication assembly, and detailing information in addition to precise quantity. All the quantities are precise, like this number of doors, this number of windows, this number of furniture, all are already precised and already scheduled for LOD 400. Shape, size, location, orientation, these are all already included in LOD 200 and 300. And non-geometric information to the model elements can be attached. Okay. These consist sheets and all. LOD 500. Majorly, when a building is going to be built, it is not yet built. At that moment, till that moment, client uses LOD 400, because at that time they require shop drawing to build that construction for their easiness, right? But in LOD 400, building is already built, already it is constructed on the site. But for the further approvals, they have to have as built drawings. Sometimes it is like we have the building size, front is 25 feet, let's suppose, right? But on site it is 26 feet. It was available from the side buildings. So for in as built drawing, what will be the change? The front of the building will be changed, the front setback will be changed. So these are the changes which cannot be predictable before construction of a project. But after construction there are some changes in the project, in the building. So these drawings consist those changes which were not possible on the site at that time. So build elements are modeled as constructed assemblies for maintenance and operations for the future one. So these are for the future maintenance and operations. We should have the as built drawings in addition to actual and accurate size, shape, location, quantity orientation. Let's suppose there were 6 windows at the time of shop drawings, and as at the time we were preparing LODs. But for the on the side of construction, there was some obstruction with 1 window, and on the side there is right now 5 windows. So for this LOD as built model, we should have 5 number of windows with the changes, with all the changes in the model, so that it can be maintained in future. We have the correct information regarding the building. So these are the LODs of the model, and this depends on the client what LOD the client wants to have built and have to have in that project. Anybody have any doubt? Arif, you were asking about LODs. Now it's clear to you?
Yes, ma'am. Now it is clear.
Anybody have any doubts regarding this point? Okay, let's continue. I'll be continuing. I think this can, okay, these are some of the softwares which are used for 3D. We can skip this part because I don't have much time for you right now. So what are the capabilities of BIM authorizing tools? User interface, drawing generations. I have already told you that there is a user interface. This is the user interface which I am going to teach you. Drawing generation, how it can be, it will be generated. Ease of developing custom parametric objects. I'll be teaching you the families which are parametric. You can change those families. The scalability of the project, and this interoperability of the project, complex curved service modeling, multi-user environment. We on a single file, 5 to 6 members or n different members can work, and they can save at the same time, and all the changes will be visible to everybody. So this is multi-user environment. So these are the capabilities, some capabilities of BIM. BIM not non-authorizing tools, model viewers, and model BIM BIM coordination tools. Like these are not authorized to make any changes to that model. They can only view the model, and they can only have the coordination tool, but they cannot change anything to that model. Types of BIM tools, I have already told you these are there will be an execution planning, and for that we have a software which can be used or which cannot be. It depends. BIM content management softwares, BIM modeling software, generative design software, algorithm BIM software. So these are all the tools which can be used. Pre-construction BIM 4D and 5D softwares, BIM checking softwares which are clash detection, facility management BIM softwares like Kobe, Synchro. They can be used. These are all the tools of BIM. So interoperability in BIM. Okay, interoperability, sorry. So interoperability is the term is used to describe the capability of different programs to exchange data. So I have already told you that there is a single platform where all the traders and all the stakeholders and all the discipline heads like architecture, MEP, and all the heads will be on a single platform. So they can interchange their all the data. If anybody has any issues regarding any object in BIM, they can raise the issue in that platform only, and everybody will be able to see that issue, and when it will be resolved, it will be visible to everyone that now the issue is resolved, and this is the change which has been done to the model. So this is very easy for a BIM platform. BIM softwares are interoperable. So next one is IFC file format. This is another different platform which is very easy for us. Like from BIM software, from the Revit model, we can generate an IFC which can be used for Navisworks, for SketchUp, or for any other tools. So IFC format is very important. Industry foundation class. It is a foundation class, is a file format that can be used to establish interoperability between the BIM softwares. So it eases the process and the connectivity of different softwares. So when one IFC is generated from Revit, it can be linked to Naviswork, it can be linked to SketchUp model or any other BIM softwares. So it it can be used to increase the interoperability. It is an object-based file format with a data model developed with this is the company which has developed this one to facilitate this feature. The architecture, engineering, and construction, that is AEC industry. So to make them interoperable, they have made this IFC format. Okay. Now this is 3D implementation and clash detection. So to better anticipate and help reduce potential clashes and interface problems before construction, fewer delays and less wastage. I have already explained these points, that these are the benefits of BIM, minimizing the delays, cost, reworks. So these are repeating itself. So I have already explained this one. This is the workflow of BIM. First of all, there will be architecture plans, and then there will be trades, different trades. MEP is included or electrical is included or not. So there will be planning of trades. Then there will be BIM models of every trade, and then they will be coordinated on a single platform. And then there will be clash detection between those models. And then final shop drawings will be created for the construction. Okay. So if anybody has any doubt till now in any topic which I have discussed today. Anybody? I think nobody has doubt. Okay. So should I stop this introduction till now, or should I continue?
No, Shivangi, I think this is enough for today, and this is a
Okay.
wonderful session for the site. If anyone have question, ask right now.
Yeah.
5 minutes, because this is the like time to be question for if you have any doubt.
Yeah, if you have any kind of doubt, don't feel like it will be a silly question or not, or don't think like that, because you have to have learned at some point. So ask me if you have any doubts. Feel free to ask.
Okay, I think no one have doubt, right? And wonderful
Yeah.
session. Go ahead. Okay, so I think we wrap up for this session today.
Yeah, sure. Okay, nice
Which
meeting you all, everyone. And
Thank you,
let's hope
ma'am.
that yeah, thank you. And let's hope we will be meeting in our next session. And in next session, I'll be going to start with Revit, and I'll be giving you the brief introduction regarding Revit. And from that point, we will be continuing till the advanced level. Okay.
okay, so
So,
wrap up for
okay.
today.
Okay.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Bye.
Thank
Thank
you,
you.
everyone.
Bye.